This is Waga from the future. We are going to continue with where we left off in the video. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, leave a comment if you have a question, and you can also start the repository on GitHub. The video you're about to watch was part of a much longer video. I decided to split it into multiple parts, and you can continue watching from where we left off. Thank you. A widget that could help us go between pages. It will be very simple, nothing too complex, and we come to the widgets page, and here we will create a new dart file. We can call it page turn, like so, and this one is going to have we're going to import Flutter material dart, so we could say Flutter material dart, like so, and then we come down and we're going to have page turn. We can call it page turn. It's going to take the page name, so we could say of type widget. We could say page name, like so, and also the context to know where it is. And after that, we are going to come here and say navigator dot push, like so, and it's going to take in the context, and after the context is going to take the material page route, and we're going to have a builder, and this one is going to take in the context, and it is going to return the page name, like so. Command Z, the page name, like so. So basically, yeah, so we're just going to pass it, and we're going to use it to move from this page to the messages page. So that's the use of this widget. It's basically a navigator, but instead of always typing this when we want to move from page to page, we could just use it, right? Let's first put a comma here to make sure everything is okay, and give ourselves a bit more real estate. So in show dialog, we first have to pass in the context, and of course the builder context. We can put a comma so it can know where it is, and the builder it will take in build context, like so, and it is going to return a dialog, like so, and the background color is going to be colors dot transparent. The child, we're going to return a profile widget, like so, and hopefully that imports it. And it's going to take a photo. The photo is going to be selected user dot photo, like so. And after that, we're going to have a padding, or we can just take the photo height. Okay, we could say size dot height. We want it to cover the entire place, and photo width, the padding, is going to be size dot height, and we're going to multiply that by 0.01, like so. And after that, we're going to have photo width. The photo width is going to be size dot width, like so. And the clip radius is going to be size. It's going to be the same as we can just copy this size dot height times that, copy this, paste, and after that the container width is going to be size dot width, the container height, size, let's spell it correctly, size dot width, why is it complaining? The container height is going to be size.height times 0.2. So we could say size.height multiplied by 0.2 exactly. The child is going to take in padding like so, and the padding is going to be edge inserts dot symmetric, and the horizontal is going to be size.height, and we multiply that by 0.02 like so, and the child is going to be a list view like so, and it is going to have children. It's going to have children, and the children are going to be sized. Oh no, Command Z. Sized box. We could have a sized box, and the sized box is going to have a height. It's going to have a height. Size.height, and we're going to multiply this by 0.02 like so, and we're going to put a comma here. Why is this complaining? It's going to have a, oh, we've not put height here, sorry, height like so. And after that we're going to have a row. We could say row like so, and the row is going to have children like so, and this is going to have we're going to get the user gender, and we're going to pass in the selected user dot gender like so into it, and after that we're going to have an expanded, and its child is going to be text, and the text is going to be an empty string. We could have an empty string like so, no, with a space in between, and we're going to concatenate it with the name. So we could say selected user dot name, and we're going to add a comma and a space, and then we are going to concatenate. We could come to another line and say date time dot now like so. Dot here, we are going to calculate, basically just calculating the age. Datetime dot now dot here minus selected user dot age dot to date, and then we get the year. So basically you're just going to get the user's age, and then you can say dot to string, convert it all into a string, and then we're going to give it a bit of style. The style is going to be text style like so, and the color is going to be, of course, colors.white. We're going to have a look at it in a bit. Colors.white like so. The font size is going to be size.height, and we're going to multiply it by 0.05 like so, and okay, yeah, and we're going to multiply it by 0.05, And at the end of that row, where is it? At the end of this row, we're going to have another row, and this one is going to have children. It's going to have children like so, and we're going to come here and we're going to have the icons of the location and the difference in how far they are. So we're going to have basically we could just look at it as we're doing this, right? So we're going to have this. So we have created the sex, the name, the comma, the age. Now we're putting this icon and then the number of kilometers away, basically. So in these are in the same row, right? So the children here is going to be we could say icon. This is going to be icons dot location on, like so. The color is going to be colors dot white, like so. The text is going to be we could say it's going to be of type difference and not equal to null. We're going to use of course a ternary expression, and you're going to take the difference and divide it by 1,000 and to floor to what? No, we don't have it, it's not to floor, it's just floor, right? I don't know, I was thinking of to floor, and then afterwards is where to string is where you can use the to, and then we're going to concatenate it plus, could come here and give it a space and say, and this thing can be intrusive, this there's a pop-up that can be so bloody intrusive. Kilometers away, like so, and after that away. So we basically just check if it's null, and we check the difference is not equal to null, and then we just convert it into kilometers and say away, like so, kilometers away, and this is also going to be a string, like so. Basic ternary, like so, and then we're going to put a comma, and the style is going to be text style. The style is going to be, the color is going to be colors dot white, like so, and we can save there. From the text style and go to the end of the row, we can put a comma here, and at the end of that row we're going to say sized box, like so. The sized box is going to have a height. The height is going to be size.height, size.height, and we're going to multiply this by 0.01, like so, and after that we're going to come here and we're going to put in a row. The main axis alignment is going to be main axis alignment dot center. The children is going to be we're going to have a children here, and we're going to have children here, and it's going to be padding. The padding is going to be, I admit it doesn't look very, it's not the most beautiful. It is not beautiful code, but let's just get through it. And the padding is going to be padding, we could say here edge inserts dot all, and it's going to be size dot height, and we're going to multiply this by 0.02, like so, and the child is going to be an icon widget, like so, and the icons is going to be icons.message. We could say icons.message, like so, and on tap, we're going to put in the function. We could do that, and this is going to be, we're going to add an event to the matches block, dot add, and the event in question is going to be, your guess is open chat event, and the current user is going to be, we're going to reach out to the widget dot user ID, like so, and the selected user is going to be the selected user dot UID, like so, and you're going to put a comma there and a semicolon here. And after that, we're not done. We're actually not done. We're still inside here. We're going to call our page turner. We could say page. Is it page turn? Is it page turner or page turner? We could the page is going to be called messaging page, and it's going to take in, we haven't built it yet, it's going to take in our current user, and the selected user is going to be selected user, like so. And after that, we are going to pass in the context, and we're going to put in a semicolon, like that, like so. Of course, the size, we need to pass in the size. We haven't put in the size. Let's just pass that quickly. Size dot height, and we're going to multiply this by 0.04, and the color is going to be colors.white. So you can say colors.white, like so, and we can hit save. Create a messaging page. We will come back to it at a much later date, later video, rather, probably later date. It's late in the night, and for that we could come here and say new Dart file in the pages folder, and we're going to call this, we can call it messaging, like so. And this is going to be a stateful widget. It's going to have a text editing controller, right? So where we are going to enter our messages and stuff. So we could just say here stateful, like so, and this is going to be messaging, like so. And we could come here and we could import the prerequisites, which is that Flutter material that, and we can save. And because you're going to have, essentially, we're going to be passing here, we could just create this so that to get rid of the error of type users, two fields. We could say current user, comma, and selected user, like so, and we put a semicolon for the both of them. And of course, it's going to complain because we have not created the, we haven't imported the model, and we have also not created the constructor. So you create the constructor, and oh god, it's given us so much. And we could get rid of this too, like so, and we get rid of the keys, like so. So like this, and then we can save. Yeah, so that is basically our messaging page, and we are going to go back to our matches page. And where were we? In the messaging. It's supposed to be messaging, not messaging page, and that we've just created right now. And we're going to import messaging, like so. And it's going to take, why is it complaining about the selected user? Selected user isn't defined. Let's go back to our messaging, and select, oh god, I didn't put the capital here. We could say selected user, capitalize all the time, and save this, and we go back to our matches and selected user. Okay, and we can continue from there. And in case you hadn't noticed, is that this and this are exactly the same. It's basically the same. The only difference is that here we have the text widget, and here we have the heart, the X and the heart, right? It's basically the same thing, right? It's just that, yeah, it's basically the same thing. You can also confirm with this. It's just that I'm comparing this two because it's the same image. It tells you how far they are and gives you the chance of texting them, and also gives the chance of passing on them or liking them if you also like them. And basically that is that, right? So after that, we can come to the bottom of the dialogue, and at the end of at the bottom of the dialogue, and we come to the end of this async. Where is it? At the end of the dialogue, we come to the end of the async, this async on top, right? And still in the gesture detector, we're going to add a child, right? This async, where is it? Okay, we've nested it heavily. This async here. So we go down to it here, and we add a child, and the child is going to be basically our profile widget, and the profile widget is going to have padding, which is going to be size.height, and we multiply it by 0.01, like so. The photo in question, we could add a photo here, and this is going to be user, passing the index dot data, and in it we're going to take the photo URL, like so. We're going to take in the photo URL, and after that, sorry for that, we're going to have the photo height, okay, we can go with the photo width, which is size.width.0.5. So we could say size.width, and we multiply that by 0.05, and after that we get the photo height. The photo height is size.height, and we multiply that by 0.03. Multiply that by 0.03, like so. And the clip radius, like so, we put a comma, don't forget that. We could put a clip radius is going to be size.height, and we multiply that by 0.01, and the container height is going to be size.height, and we multiply that by 0.0, size.height, and we multiply it by 0.03, comma, and the container width is going to be size.width, and we multiply that by 0.5, like 5, sorry. Container width, like so, and then it's going to have a child. We're forgetting to put the comma. The child is going to be a text, and it's going to be, we're going to put 2 spaces here, and then concatenate the user index dot data, and put in the name as a string. Remember, don't forget, if you can remember your objects. the name, and the style is going to be, text, oh god, text style, and the text style is going to, it's just the colors.white, right? Color is going to be colors.white, like so. And we can save, maybe put a comma here, make it space out. Okay, yeah, like so. We come to the end of text and go down all the way to the end of the gesture detector and to the silver child builder delegate, and we pass in the child count. Remember, it needs a child count, and the child count here is going to be simply user dot length, like so. Yeah, and after that we're going to come here, and in the silver grid we're going to provide a grid delegate, and here we basically tell it how many items it should contain, and as you can see, it's 1, 2. We're going to want 2, so we could say, not silver, sliver, I keep calling it silver, grid, sliver grid delegate with fixed cross-axis account. This one, sliver fixed delegate with fixed cross-axis account, and this is going to take in 2. We're going to pass in 2. We're going to say a cross-axis count, which is 2, like so, and we put a comma and we save. After that, we're going to come down here to this, under the sliver grid here, and we're going to say else. We just want, we could say return sliver to box adapter, and this is just going to contain an empty container. So you could say if there's nothing, just return a child, here child, and this is just going to be, if there's nothing, just return a container, like so, and we can save. And we can just type out the rest of it, although they do share some similarities, you could argue. So come the sliver box adapter, that, like so, and come here, still under the slivers, after the stream builder, we can come with another this up bar, like so. So you could say lever up bar, like so, and it's also going to be pinned. We could say true. The title is going to be a text. The text is going to be the first string. The string is going to be people who chose you, or you could say or let's be a bit flirty, say someone likes you. We could say someone likes you, like so, and the come here, and we're going to give it a style. But wait, what if no one likes you? Yeah, that's a good question. What if no one likes you? Let's just say someone likes you. It sounds nice. I like it. I'm going to say someone likes you. Okay. We say text style is going to be color, is going to be colors dot white, like so. Let me just minimize this, like so. Because we don't want this color here, we could just make it the same as we did here and come here and say the same. It's going to have a white background. We could come to the sliver up bar and say background color, and this is going to be colors dot white, right? And we could give it a font size of 30. This one looks a bit, font size, we could say 30, like so. We'll reduce it in case it's too big. And yeah, and we come to the end of the sliver, not silver, sliver up bar, and we're going to have a stream builder. A stream builder which is going to take query snapshots, and the stream is going to be state.selected list, state.selected list, right? And we're going to have a builder, so this one, selected list, this too. So the builder is going to be context snapshot. We could say context and snapshot like so. And I think you know what comes here. We're first going to check if there is data. We could say if snapshot dot has data. If there is no data, we could say we could just return the sliver to box, sliver to box adapter, and the child sliver to box return sliver to box adapter, and this is going to be the child. Why isn't this okay? Oh, it's fine. It's just waiting for us. The child is going to be an empty, we could say container like so. That is if there is no one, or there is no data rather, and we could put here semicolon like so, and we come here and we check if it has data. If snapshot dot data dot documents is not equal to null, that means there's something here. And we are going to come down here and we're going to say final user is going to be snapshot dot data dot documents and we're going to return a sliver, not silver, sliver grid. Sliver is such an it's a bit like seg. If you know a bit of UI kit, you remember seg. It was such a unwieldy word that is rarely used in the English language. I wonder why they use sliver and not something more in usage. Sliver is so obscure. Same as seg. Seg is when you move to pages in Swift UI kit, I believe. Delegate. Oh, it's such an unwieldy word. Silver child build a delegate. I believe we've done this before. It's basically the same. I just want to minimize the risk of making errors up here and down there. So we could just say this is going to be of type builder build context, not builder, build context. I'm getting a bit tired. I'm making unnecessary mistake. Context and the index like so. And we're going to return a gesture detector. We're going to return a bit like we did up there, gesture detector, like so. And we're going to have the onTap. The onTap is going to be an async method. And we're going to come here and say async async like so, and we're going to have a selected user. We could say user selected user, and for that we're going to await the matches repository, and the matches repository we're going to get the user details, and we're going to pass in the user index dot document ID like so, and then we're also going to get the current user. Basically just do the same thing. We could say user current user of type user. Current user is going to be, we're going to await the matches repository, and we are going to get the user details, and we're going to pass in the current user, who is the widget. We reach out to the widget dot user ID like so, and after that we're going to await the get difference. We get how far there, the get difference, and we're going to pass in the selected user dot location like so. Basically a carbon copy of what we did up there, and then after that we're going to show dialog like so, and put a semicolon here, and we'll continue from there. Hi guys, this is Waga from the future. The video you're watching is part of a longer video, and I decided to stop there and split the video into several parts so that it can be easier to go through and consume. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have a question, and you can start the repository on GitHub. Have a good day, and I will see you in the next video.